Hi everyone, it's Kimberly. Welcome back to the Illumin Guru. I have your May energy forecast and update. I'm going to talk about the energies for the Twin Flame Collective and those along the Ascension journey, awakening souls, awakened souls. Take what resonates for you, leave the rest. And I'm going to talk a bit about what's happening as we segue into May, as well as the May energies. And then I'll come back during the month of May for some energy updates. Those of you that are newly subscribing, thank you for joining my channel, for following. There's a whole slew and library of videos and that you can access. I tend to, even in the readings, if you click on videos that are like dated for a certain time span, even in those readings, they're pertinent to now because I tend to teach in them. So you'll get certain Ascension lessons and tools as you're watching the videos, if you haven't discovered that already. If you're wanting to work in private session with me to gain more of those Ascension tools, to clear out some blocks within you, I do soul coaching and Ascension coaching, and I do work with my clients to provide readings and intuitive guidance sessions to help you in your journey to self-discovery, to help you kind of, let's say, defog the mirror, the window, the lens, so that you can kind of see what's happening, what's up for your healing right now, and what you need to work on and clear. I tend to be less of a reader who likes to predict the future for you, although I can read the lines of energy, and I do read the lines of energy. I get rather annoyed when clients tend not to come to me, and when they do come to me wanting to know, like, so what's going to happen next? I always guide you back to you. It's really what you'll learn in this journey is most of you have the answers already. You just need validation of your own intuition. And secondly, it's less about what's going to happen next, and it's more about getting an energetic alignment so that you can manifest what you desire. There are no timelines that are fixed in any of this process. So you can always change timelines. You can always jump timelines. You can always shift your reality and shift your perception. But that starts from the inside out, and that's where I come into play, working with you. And like I said, clearing out the energetic blocks, helping you come into alignment, clearing out the shadows, owning, embracing your shadow, coming into your power, all of those aspects. So if you want to know more, you can go on the website or send me a note, theilluminguru.com. And so I'm pulling cards as I talk. And so one of the big messages that's coming through as we are embarking on May, and we're coming up on a full moon in Scorpio here at the end of April. And this is feeling very much like there is a death, okay? And so the death is coming because we're poised to make a change now, and that change that we're wanting to make is coming from the truth that we're seeing in our lives and how we're aligning with our own truth from within. So although this can feel scary, right? When we see this card, we're like, oh no, there's a death, not a literal death, but something's ending. But what they're saying is you've got to make room for the new because you're poised for success. You're poised to shine. You are poised to receive, to open your arms and receive all the good that's coming to you. In order to get poised, though, we must let go of what no longer is serving us. And for many of us, we're seeing that now. We're seeing what it is, even if we were not taking action towards it just yet. The end of the month will be a good time to do this. I have goosebumps. In my past few videos, I keep saying, no, just wait, you know. But now's the time. Now's the time to take action. At the end of this month, between now and the 30th, would be a really good time to sweep the garbage to the sidewalk, so to speak. It's really about putting yourself first, and that's why you're going to be poised for success. There's a lot that is coming in May that's going to help us to shine, that's going to put us further on our mission, that's going to bring luck and chance opportunities to us. There's a lot of magic happening in May, but May is slated to be a month of change, okay, big change. And in order to make that change, and to be poised for the change, which is really, 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 really good, we must let go of the things that are no longer serving us, okay? So if you're not clear what those things are right now, they're saying step out of your analytical mind, come out of the thinking mode, okay? This isn't serving you. Your clarity is going to come through alignment. Alignment is going to come through doing the creative and meditative practices that you enjoy. Coming out of your analytical mind. Your thinking mind is hurting you, trying to figure it out. And in fact, I posted a daily message on Facebook yesterday, and this was kind of part of that message was start imagining, start creating, start co-creating, start allowing yourself to feel like the sky's the limit, and not be held down by your thinking or your logical mind. Because when we get into our thinking mind, we get into loops, right? You get into spirals. And your thoughts are affecting your emotions, and your emotion is affecting your energetic vibration. And your energetic vibration is your point of attraction for what you're going to attract into your life. So cleaning up this is less about pushing out thoughts and blocking thoughts or slapping affirmation band-aids on our thoughts. It's more about coming out of our mind altogether, coming out of our thinking space, right? We do enough of that at work. We do enough of that when we read or write or do work. When you have your own free time, downtime, in the car driving, at home, take that time to meditate. Take that time to visualize. Take that time to create. I don't care if it's a meal that you're creating or some sort of a craft project, or if you're putting your hands in the dirt outside, planting, gardening, taking a walk in nature, listening to meditative music, singing, dancing. All of these things put you into alignment. Any sort of playfulness, creativity, meditative practice, that's going to put you into alignment. And when you come out of those practices, let's say you finish your walk, you finish gardening, you're going to have a clearer perspective. You're going to be in alignment with source. You're going to be able to receive the messages and the signs that are actually going to point you in the right direction. Your direction, your path, this new path isn't going to light up through human thinking, is what they're saying. They're saying you're going to find it through aligning with yourself and with source energy, and that's through creative meditative practices. So when you're coming out of that space and you're feeling good and feeling in alignment, you'll know it. You'll know what that feels like, because it feels good. It feels joyous. It feels, you feel inspired. You're not going to feel depressed. You're not going to feel exhausted. You're going to feel uplifted. You're going to feel hopeful. And those are sure signs to know when you're in alignment, okay? Because that's what the natural state of being in alignment is. When we're depressed, exhausted, feeling confused, all of these are products of fear-based thinking, low vibrational energies, being misaligned with ourselves, not connected to our divinity, not connected to our gifts. So they're saying when you're in alignment, you're going to see all the signs that you need to help guide you. Things will just come to your fingertips. The right things, the right timing, the right information, the right tools that you need. You'll see a clue, you'll follow it, and that'll lead you to something that'll open a door. And so this is really important. The other aspect that's coming up is around this chaos and conflict. And this was in our card of the day yesterday. When I pulled it for the social media, I did a quick oracle reading. And this is about inner chaos and conflict, and it's a product of this overthinking, okay? And what they're saying is that it's up to the fates, and the fates are, it's basically like, we can think of this as the universe or God, however you think about this. But you must know that the universe and God are going to support your highest good. So in order to hear what your highest good is and to follow your soul's deep, deep knowing and to follow that path that's going to lead to your highest timeline, your highest outcome, and for your highest good, we must come out of our thinking mind. And that's like really, really, really stepping out of the chaos and conflict. That's confusion. That's, having to make a decision that's tormenting us or tearing us apart. We're not sure. We don't know how. It feels painful. So a certain amount of surrender is needed, but mostly they're saying come out of your thinking mind, okay? Really important. So let's go over to the tarot deck and see what some of the messages are. I had split the deck and the death card came up, but I'm going to pull a little spread here. So let's make some room and let's ask the tarot deck what we need to know about segueing from April to May, what's up ahead for May, and what we're going to be what energies we're going to be working with, what are going to help us, and where are we going to struggle a bit. What do we need to know about where we'll be struggling? Okay, so it looks to me like one of the aspects we're working with is balance. Okay, so we're trying to get our balance between our truth and what we've been telling ourselves, or the lies, balancing the inner polarities. And this is really coming into our truth. It's also balancing a lot on our plate. Like May's going to be busy, you guys. For some of you who have new ventures, if you're making travel plans, you've got new ventures. I think even if you're not making travel plans right now, you might be traveling somewhere, even if it's like a weekend getaway or a quick business trip or a quick pleasure trip, you're moving. There's a lot to balance. You're balancing your everyday duties and obligations with the things that you're creating, you're co-creating with the universe, and you're following your impulses. So if there's an impulse to travel, I feel like in May, you're going to go, you're going to do it. Okay. So this is all about balance. And with so mid-May, May 15th, we have the new moon in Taurus, a very grounding energy. It's good. It's going to help us balance. It's going to help us balance, the new life with the transition from where we have been from. It's going to help us balance the inner polarities. It's going to help us find a grounding energy while we're still seeking, seeking knowledge, experimenting, exploring, trying new things. We'll still have a sense of balance and grounding. That will be good. I'm feeling overall there's going to be, like, what we've been seeing is this new beginning. This feels like a new beginning in the way that we are present in our world, how we're communicating with the world, what our message is to the world. This very much feels related to our mission. This very much feels related to, putting out a new business, putting out a new forum, a new website, a new platform, a new way for people to connect. This may be about you forming a new group, helping others to gather together to communicate in a new way. This is about sharing messages of the new earth, about healthy living, healthier choices, how assisting others in shifting the old paradigms and the societal programming. This is, I feel, as a collective, everyone's going to be contributing to this in their own way over the next few months. And in you guys doing this, and it could be through small ways. You may make a little social media post that influences the people in your circle. You may literally start a new platform or a new business or a new endeavor and new venture. And that may be influencing, but all of these things I feel like are influencing via communication, via things that people are reading. Either you're writing it or you're speaking it. Maybe you're launching a YouTube channel of your own. Maybe you're blogging or vlogging. Your perspectives are going to be heard and they're going to be received because we are dawning a new day here on earth, and it's the new earth. These are new perspectives, and people are thirsty for them. Even those that aren't technically on the ascension journey, it's time to put messages out to the masses. They're saying they'll be understood. Okay, they'll be understood. They'll be received in a new way. People are thirsting for it, and you are the light workers. You are up leveling now, so that you can be the teachers, the healers, the influencers, and you're stepping forth in May in this way. Very exciting. Oh, goosebumps again. Love it. Okay, so the overall energy, though, for May is the world. And the world is really about, like I said, you're going to be traveling. You're expanding. You are expanding your horizons. You're expanding the way you think. You're expanding, the way you share that with others. You're helping others broaden their horizons. You're traveling. There's no doubt in my mind that you guys are all traveling. I'd say 80% of you are doing some sort of travel in the month of May. Whether it's on your radar right now or not, it's going to pop up or it's going to become an impulse. And if you're not doing it in May, then in May, you're going to plan your travel for like summer, fall. And this is like pretty much across the board. So good for you guys. Keep expanding. Know that the trips that you're taking, the places you're being pulled towards, it's so that you can meet your soul tribe. It's so that you can expand your horizons. There are reasons why you're feeling the pull to go. So this is huge. Underneath this, I feel a very, I feel like very directed towards twin flames. Twins, I'm not so sure you're traveling with your twin. I feel like these are pilgrimage. I feel like these are individual journeys. This is you and your truth and your independence and you paving the way, listening to yourself, listening to your intuition. You're going on your own. Okay. And that's great. In terms of connection with our twin flames, it's looking like we're returning to a kindness, a friendship, a compassion. Some of us are meeting soulmates. Some of you are meeting soulmates. This is that meeting. It's very kind. So soulmates are very supportive. It's going to come through like a supportive friend. Some of you are rebirthing your twin flame connection. And through May, June, July, until we go into the eclipses, we're going to see a lot of twins that are finding like a new beginning with one another. It's kind, it's compassionate. There's less push-pull. We've cleared out a lot of our blocks and stuff, and you'll see the masculine stepping forward in a new way. He's stepping up, and he's stepping towards you to give, right? So there's not that pulling away, and that's a result of your improved alignment with yourself for the divine feminine. Okay. And then crowning above this, there's something that we do need to know about. So the Two of Swords is coming up, and this is like they're showing. Whenever I see this, like for me, I know it's something around the new moon. So this is talking about that new moon in Taurus, and this is where we've got to be careful, because they're saying the only place where you're going to not be flourishing or not be able to totally expand or shed your light is where you're holding yourself back from inside of yourself, from still have your blinders on, still not wanting to see. Remember, this balance is about finding your truth. It's about balancing your truth and what your life is now with what you're wanting to create. This cutting through is expressing your truth in a new way. But in order to do this, we must be fully alignment with that truth from within. And many of you have spent lots of work and time doing this. And maybe just have a couple of things that you're not seeing, right? With the blinders on, that you're not seeing, that you're still protecting or guarding, that you're still, I talked about constriction and openness in, I think, my last video or somewhere. And we explored it in my workshop last night, Standing in Your Truth. But this feels like constriction. And they're saying, When you're in a state of love, you are naturally in a state of openness. Openness is a natural state. This constriction, this closed offness, this being held to old beliefs, being stuck in old patterns, or the things that we're not willing to see about ourselves, they're saying it's time to take the blinders off and really bring the transparency forward. Transparency is bringing the shadows forward, seeing all the aspects of ourselves, even the ones that we haven't wanted to look at, even the denied aspects, the aspects that we felt felt judged about, or perhaps that we've taken on via other people's perceptions or projections. It's time to clear all of that and connect with your divinity. And it's time to get open. And so you really feel like this travel, this expansion is a product of that feeling of like opening up and fully embracing ourselves, allowing ourselves to just the freedom to be ourselves, to be comfortable in your own skin, to own your shadow, to share your light, to communicate to the world, to uplift humanity with a new expression. And that's all a result of your inner working. So if you need help with this stuff, any place where you still feel blocked, where you're not looking at the truth, where you're not seeing it, where you're holding back, where you're constricting, come and seek me out, and let's work together in a session or two so that I can help you clear this and work through it. Because this is the time to do it. We are, the endings are like, it's basically just like this. It's just making room for all this great stuff that's about to influx into your life. So the endings, the death card that we saw, it's not really bad at all. It's just, it's like making room for a whole new world, a whole new beginning, new connections, new opportunities. And for twin flames, you know, like I said, I'm seeing a new start. And for some of you, whatever path you've been on with the twin or, you know, or the catalyst, you've got a soulmate coming in, and they're coming in May or June. So get ready, because these are great, great, great soul connections, supportive soul connections. And I feel as though it's time to connect with your soul tribe. This is the bottom of the deck for the oracle card, so I'll just hold that up in its entirety. It's time to connect with your soul tribe. This is about infinite connections, lifelong friends, soul family, people we've been with throughout the ages. You're finding them now. You're finding them. There's going to be new ways to connect with them. You're going to find them through traveling, through your power of intention, through taking classes and seeking out information, and through your expansion, you're connecting with your soul tribe. And that's really awesome. So I'm going to leave it at that for now, and then I'll come back in May near the new moon in Taurus, and then at the end of May, 2 weeks later, we've got a full moon in Sagittarius, and I'll come back closer to those moon phases to give you more specific energy updates for what's going on in the collective at that time. But for now, I hope that's helpful for you, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Take care. Okay, bye.